Our two examples come from multiplying monomials and monomials binder notes. You must remember your rules for multiplying with like bases and your rule for raising a power to a power. Keep base, add exponents when you're multiplying with like bases. Power of a power, multiply exponents. Example 1. 5a squared b to the 5th power times negative 6a to the 7th power b cubed. What we're going to do here is group together our like bases, and we can start off with our coefficients. Our coefficients are the numbers that are in front of the variables, so 5 and negative 6. We'll multiply these. Group together your a's, a squared times a to the 7th power, and your b's, b to the 5th power, and b cubed. Go ahead and multiply your coefficients, 5 times negative 6, and you'll get negative 30. We are multiplying like bases here with our a's and our b's. So our rule is to keep base, add exponents. Your bases are a and b. We're going to add our exponents. For a, 2 plus 7 is 9. For b, 5 plus 3 is 8. So your solution is negative 30, a to the 9th power, b to the 8th power. Let's look at example 2. For example 2, we have the 8xy squared raised to the 2nd power and 2xy to the negative 3rd power. Whoops, let's change that. This should be 8xy squared raised to the 2nd power and 2xy raised to the negative 3rd power. So just like our order of operations, parentheses, exponents, multiply or divide, add or subtract, we see that we have to do our exponents first. We're going to evaluate this. When you raise a power to a power, you multiply their exponents. So even though we can't see it, 8 has an exponent of 1. And 8 times 2, or I'm sorry, 1 times 2 is 2. X also has an understood 1 as its exponent, and 1 times 2 is 2. Y has an exponent of 2, and 2 times 2 is 4. We'll do the same thing with 2xy. 2, x, and y all have an understood 1 as their exponent, and 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. So let's take a look. The first thing we need to do inside of our parentheses is to evaluate our exponents. We have 8 squared, so that's going to be 64 x squared y to the 4th power. And we're going to multiply 2 to the negative 3rd power, which is 1 over 2 cubed, x to the 3rd power, negative y, x to the negative 3rd power, y to the negative 3rd power. Alright, so let's group together our like bases. Start with your coefficients, 64 and 1 over 2 to the 3rd power. We know that 2 to the 3rd power is 8, so we'll have 64 times 1/8. We'll group together our x's, x squared times x to the negative 3rd power, and our y's, y to the 4th power times y to the negative 3rd power. 64 times 1/8 is going to be 8. We are multiplying like bases, so we keep base and add exponents. 2 plus negative 3 and 4 plus negative 3. 2 plus negative 3 is going to give you negative 1. 4 plus negative 3 is 1. Remember our rules when we have a when you have a negative exponent, you just put it underneath your fraction bar. So we'll have 8y over x. Our solution is 8y over x.